opposition to mindless zombies, what you're seeing is an indoctrination of children with the occult. Now, if you didn't notice, they were chanting the name Aleister, as in Aleister Black, wink wink, not Aleister Crowley, who is a professional wrestler who I've covered before on this channel. And I want to show everybody out there, since it's WrestleMania this weekend or today, and all of these children out there, all these kids love wrestling. And listen, I'm not going to go on a spiel about professional wrestling and hurt anyone's feelings about it, but I want to make it clear, because this channel is here to try to help show people what's really going on. And they are indoctrinating. Look how young some of those kids are who are chanting for this guy. And then let me show you who this guy is, what he wears, what's on his clothing, what he represents. Because this is how an indoctrination into the occult starts. They cheer for their favorite wrestler. They wear his shirt. Look at the shirts that this guy's selling. The pyramid, the all-seeing eye. Look at all the satanic sigils that he uses. Right? Parents go, oh, who's your favorite wrestler, son? This guy is. Oh, Aleister Black. Oh, let's get you some of his merchandise. The parents don't even know what they're giving the kid. The kid's wearing these clothes. Eventually, he probably, when he gets to a certain age, might say, what does this stuff on the clothes even mean? Or he'll be following the guy on Twitter where the guy's tweeting about Aleister Crowley and tweeting about magic, which is exactly what he does. And the next thing you know, you have a gateway right into the occult. Because what they do is they use people like this to make it look cool. They do it to make, oh, look how cool, oh, this big, bad, tough wrestler. Oh, he's in all black, he's decked out. Oh, how cool and how awesome, right? Like I always say, they use this perception to pass off, Satanism and the occult is cool, and they make us look like dorks and dweebs, and oh, we're wearing a sweater with a shirt tucked in, and our hair all fluffed up, and we're being so proper, and oh, hello everyone, oh, hi, I have some cupcakes here at the church fund, at the fundraiser at the church. Right? That is to scare people away and make us look bad and make these types of people look cool. So who would a child or a young kid rather follow? That's why they do that stuff. That's why I go crazy when people continually attack me over how I talk and stuff, because they're under the same mind control and perception of what a Christian is supposed to speak like, act like. Yes, I know you know them by their fruits. Okay, but it doesn't mean that you can't be passionate, you can't raise your voice. I mean, it's insane. A lot of Christians out there fall into this stereotype of exactly what the mainstream wants us all to be, pushovers. We can't be that. There's so many souls out there that are at stake. We have to stand up and fight. Look at these children and what they're being indoctrinated with. I mean, take a look. This guy's got the seal, he wears the seal of Satan right up rear end on his underwear that he comes out and oils up and wrestles in. I guess it's fitting that this seal of Satan's right on his rear end. Hope he's leaving a skid mark in there. He's covered with tattoos left and right, where you can see the hand with the all-seeing eye. You can see the spiral. Okay, the spiral is dual meanings. Obviously, we all know the spiral is also a symbol used for pedophilia. I'm not saying that this guy is or isn't, but the spiral is also a symbol used in witchcraft and black magic. It's got it all over his body. And he's pushing for this company on his Twitter account here, Blackcraft Cult, which is one of the first videos I did on this channel, because wrestlers like, what is his name, Seth Rollins, this guy, they're all working. The WWE is working with Blackcraft Cult. Paige, they're actually even starting their own wrestling show, it looks like, from the tweets that they have out there. But nonetheless, WWE is working with them, allowing their wrestlers to do, cross-promotional stuff where they're wearing Blackcraft Cult's shirts on television. Why do you think that is? And this is the kind of stuff we need to make parents aware of. Okay? I'm not saying you gotta, sit in your room day and night. You can't go outside. You can't, I get that people are gonna say, well, I got kids and they still want to go see the wrestling and stuff like that. Well, explain to them this stuff then. If you're a Christian, explain it. Let them know this is not good. This is bad. You shouldn't be, cheering for this guy or whatever. You cheer for him. I mean, it's fake, so it doesn't matter. But you shouldn't be, wanting to wear his clothing. The guy has the Baphomet on his jacket. He comes out to the ring. He's got the Baphomet right on his jacket. You You can see him here wearing the Baphomet pentagram on his shirt. Okay? Look at his Twitter handle. Devil's Blood. I mean, that's the guy's Twitter handle. And, you know, the problem is that you're talking about people out there that think all this stuff isn't real, right? They think, they think wrestling's real, but they don't think God and the devil's real, right? They're like, oh, people message me like, and you'll see under the comments in this video, because WrestleMania will be in the title probably, or maybe I'll tag it as a way so some of these kids out there can see this. You got to understand, these people are indoctrinating you with the occult. And you might say, oh, cool. Oh, what's the big deal? Well, let me make it clear. Is there something cool about pedophilia? Because the root of black magic and the core of what they do revolves around pedophilia and child abuse, okay? And there's nothing funny about it. Anybody who finds it funny, I'd like them to come find me. I'll show them how fake wrestling is, but how real a Christian with passion for children, a passion for Jesus Christ, a passion to stop evil is. You mean the Baphomet's right on the guy's clothing, for crying out loud. And this is what the WWE wants. They want to push this stuff. They want kids to see this. They have shirts with black mass on it. Right? Look at this post on his Twitter account. Look at all the sigils. Look at the pentagram and all this. I mean, this is all just right in front of everyone's faces. But like I said, the problem is that you got these people going to these wrestling events, right? They're thinking wrestling's real, and the Bible's not. I mean, it's insane, right? Everything's flipped, though. Everything's reversed. Now, check out his jacket, too. Another thing on his jacket. It's kind of hard to see the Baphomet on the side, but you can see, it says the tower, right? And you can see the tower, and above it, you can see the all-seeing eye. I mean, it's right in plain sight, right? You know, this is biblical here, referencing the tower. This is what they're trying to do, is rebuild the Tower of Babel and build a new world order. And these people all want to be a part of it. They all think that, it's going to be funny when they actually see what happens to them. Thinking that this stuff's a big joke. I mean, listen, don't make the mistake of waiting too late to find salvation if you're somebody out there who hasn't. Understand that everything revolves around God and the devil, and the only way to salvation is through Jesus Christ. That's it. Not through Aleister Black, not through Aleister Crowley, not through the WWE, not through The Undertaker, whoever these other guys are that are big, famous wrestlers. This stuff drives me insane because parents don't realize how serious this is. There's Christian parents out there that let their kids wear this stuff. I'm not saying if they have the shirt on that they're going to hell. I'm not saying any of that stuff. I'm saying it's a gateway, right? And all this is a quiet indoctrination. That's what it is. Here comes the wrestler. Look at all the symbols. Everybody ignores the symbols. They think they're cool. They get them tattooed on their body probably because it's their favorite wrestler. They wear the clothes. They research what it really is, right? They push, these wrestlers push the Black Craft Cult, which has t-shirts that do nothing but mock Christianity and mock Jesus Christ. Meanwhile, these guys are supporting professional wrestling, which doesn't get much more embarrassing, but nonetheless, this is the kind of stuff you got to warn parents about, warn kids about. Because that's where it gets dangerous. That's where, some people go, oh, who cares? What's the big deal? Well, for me, the whole focus is on this battlefield, this war that's going on right now, this spiritual war. The generations beneath us are practically doomed. Okay? It's going to be a godless society. So every one of you out there who's younger, who's listening, it's your job to carry the ball. It's your job to preach the gospel to people, to make people aware, to show them and expose things as well. All of it. So they can see Jesus Christ as the truth. That's why exposing is so important, because the world has never been more blind than it is now. And you can walk up to somebody and give them a Bible and tell them to find, and preach the word. They have to find salvation on their own. You can't give them salvation. They have to obtain it through Jesus Christ. But sometimes showing them this stuff, they go, whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't realize this was going on. They take a step back and they realize that everything the Bible says is truth. That it's being fulfilled. Prophecy's being fulfilled right before our eyes. And again, listen, the video is about, I just wanted people, you see the crazed people in the beginning chanting this guy's name. Just 5-year-old people, Aleister. They don't know anything about Aleister Crowley. They don't know this guy's whole persona is pretty much based off of Aleister Crowley, right? Aleister Black. He wears all of the sigil things on his outfits, the seal of Satan and all this other crap, which I've done videos on exposing. And these kids don't have a clue what this is or what's going on. They just love the wrestler. And this guy's portraying Crowley. And if they only knew the guy that he's worshiping, the guy that he's tweeting about saying how great he is a pedophile and a monster who molested so many children, murdered children, ate them. And we live in a world now where this guy is worshipped and looked at as a king. That's what these Satanists, these Hollywood elites, and all these people do. They worship this guy and his teachings. And it all revolves around pedophilia. So it breaks my heart. It really does. Pray for these children out there. Just take 5 minutes of your time today. I know we all get busy praying, for ourselves or somebody close to us, or people always put in prayer requests, and some of the things might be trivial, right? Something going on in your life. I know we all have anxiety, the way things are going in this world. I know some people, can be depressed, and we all can go through this stuff. We all probably are going through it at the same time. I don't feel great. But think about these children who are born into these covens, and they go through trauma-based mind control. Just think about what they go through and how it's so heartbreaking. It really is. So just take a few minutes of your day and pray for them, at least today if you have a few minutes. Pray for them, pray for their souls, pray for God to just heal them. Because these people are monsters. What they do to some of these kids who survive this and go on to live adult lives, it's just you can watch documentaries and things that have been done on this, and it's heartbreaking. And you might say, well, how is this video connecting the dots between a wrestler and people who've been sexually abused? Because, these people are promoting Satanism and the occult right in front of our faces, and it all links to this. It all links to satanic ritual abuse. It's not just about wearing a shirt and pretending you're a goth head. It's deeper than that. And, the truth is scary, and people don't want to realize it. I try to take that burden on my shoulders. I know how difficult it is to talk about it. It makes your stomach churn. I'm sure watching some of these videos discussing these cases and things that have gone on. But, we have to raise awareness about this stuff. And we got to keep kids away from being indoctrinated with this crap. Because it just frustrates me when I see stuff like this. Where are the parents? And they're just like, oh, what's the big deal? It's a wrestler. It's But they don't realize how mind control works. They don't realize how these false idols have such a grip on people. You know why they don't? Because they keep pushing self-empowerment, and everybody think, chase your dreams and all this stuff. Oh, I don't worship anyone. Nobody would ever admit it. They wouldn't be like, I don't worship George Clooney, or I don't worship any of these people. I like some of their movies. They don't realize that they do worship these people, and they do get influenced by them, how they dress, what they watch, what they're into, right? How many people have gotten into the Kabbalah because of all these scumbag witches out there who are promoting it, like Madonna or Lady Barfbag, right? Promoting the Kabbalah. Now it's like, oh, let's get into Kabbalah. Look what they've done with yoga, right? Talking about something that Aleister Crowley was deep into, but opening, just inviting demonic entities into your body. I mean, it's like if you talk bad about yoga, people are just like, are you crazy? It's so good. Why is it so good? Oh, because they've told you it's so good. They put every TV show, they have characters doing yoga, talking about yoga, the benefits of yoga. They're indoctrinating everybody with the roots of this, and it has to be stopped. Pray for these children out there. Pray for these kids even who are going to these wrestling events. Not that, just pray for them that they don't become indoctrinated with this stuff, that they get away from idol worship. But anyway, I guess I'm preaching to the choir, but heartbreaking stuff to me. Just the smallest things sometimes can get to me, because I know, how influenced children can be by these people. And when you see an adult like this guy's supposed to be a grown man, and he's got no problem indoctrinating kids with this crap, pisses me off beyond belief. It truly does. Can't wait for the trumpets to sound. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.